cameras because that will
just
give us
audio. Yeah.
Okay, we're live, so we need to say hello to everybody. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Radio Works World. My name is Dr. Jill Barham. I am the Miracle Molecule host for Radio Works World, and today I am stepping in, whatever you'd like to say, for the lovely Jennifer Hardy, who has a few challenges today. We hope you're okay, Jennifer, but I'm very honoured to be asked to take your place today to run your amazing, unstoppable show. And I'm absolutely delighted that you've already introduced me to your fantastic guest today. And her name is Alison Burns, and she is an award-winning jazz singer, an actor. She's a campaigner. She's a lawyer. I can't wait to hear all about you and how unstoppable you are, Alison. Welcome to you from the north of Scotland. Are you in the north of Scotland? You're in the Highlands somewhere, aren't you?
Yes, hello to everyone who's listening. Yes, I'm in the northeast of Scotland, so I'm kind of up a glen. So we're in the middle of nowhere. So we're fingers crossed the internet is stable enough, because that can be challenging, but it doesn't stop us when we're thinking about global domination. So these are just minor challenges, but we get over them.
Yeah, we'll be absolutely fine. I'm sure it'll be great. If we do struggle, just to tell you guys, we're going to drop the camera so that you're going to hear the words of the amazing Alison. So stick with us. We're going to have a great half an hour. So Alison, first of all, I got on my notes about you that Canada was in there. So tell me a little bit about your background, where you come from, and why we've got Canadian written in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, actually, my mother was born in Canada, so I have Canadian citizenship through because my mother was Canadian, and so as a birthright, because being a lawyer, I researched everything, so and looked into it. So there was some sort of transitional rules, and if you were born between 1947 and 1977, you could apply to have Canadian citizenship. And I swatted up on all the Canadian history, Canadian national anthem, and I didn't have to do any of that because I have it as a right. So I'm a Canadian. Yes, I have dual citizenship. So that's actually quite an opportunity. It leaves plenty of options because I do tour around the world as a jazz singer.
Yes.
And it makes Canada easy for me to perform in Canada.
Yes, because what we don't want to have nowadays is to see our barriers closing, and of course, that's definitely happening, isn't it? Particularly in America. So I can see that that's a real significant benefit to you to have that dual citizenship. So certainly. So just to say, I'm going to put it out there that you don't know me, but I'm a singer too.
What do you like to sing?
So I studied singing, so I do. I used to do a lot of classical stuff, but the stuff that I've been doing lately is bluegrass, and I play the Irish music, Irish drum, and all that kind of thing. So I've been in a bluegrass band, used to run music festivals. I've done all sorts of singing since I was about 8, but I don't sing jazz. So I don't sing jazz. But anyway, so it's really nice to have a fellow musician on the screen. So
yeah, that's great.
So tell us about your journey. So I'm really interested to know what is your current focus and how that has come about throughout your life, because I know that you're a massive animal rights campaigner for a start. Is that associated with your work as a lawyer, or is that something that you've developed through your years, just as something that's happened to you? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, it's funny because all the things that I've done in my life have all seemed to be converging at this point in my life. So, when I left school with just an absolute hunger to have an adventurous life, I didn't think about it that way, but it was just I suppose I wasn't really I wasn't conventional as a child, and I didn't really conform. So I was not a rule breaker. And also I grew up with a sense of justice. You think, it was like red hair, and I was teased for having red hair and stuff. So you kind of had a little bit of tough skin. So when I left school, I first, obviously against my parents' wishes, because they had me to go to university, and I just wanted to get out into the world and operate on my own. And so very young, 16, I applied for a job as a mechanical engineer, as an apprentice. And I started off as an engineer, but at the same time I was playing bass guitar in a group, and we were touring. And so music was always with me, even from a child. I'd be glued to the radio listening to all the old songs, and I'd be harmonizing, and and also my parents were musicians as well. So I was brought up with Ella Fitzgerald, Julie London, Peggy Lee, all the old movies, and I kind of immersed myself. So I went out into the world as an engineer, and rapidly realizing that things were being automated. And I thought, well, this kind of job challenge, and I love challenge. I thought, well, no, I could do this. I could do this. And, you know, there were only 2 female apprentices in this particular tool room at the time. It was precision engineering. And some of the funny stuff that happened as well, you had to have tough skin working in that environment. But, you know, so I think that's kind of helped make me who I am today.